Turn on your cameras if you can. There's got to be more than six of us that can turn our cameras
I
on.
know there are.
Good
Heck
morning.
yeah.
Morning.
Come on. What's that, Jim?
Hey, good morning. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Nick.
Good to see you,
Morning,
Nancy.
Jim.
No,
Hey,
Nancy, we can
man.
see Nancy now. That's first. Nancy's had camera
Nancy,
problems. There you
Nancy.
go. Kyle, good to see you. Mark, it's good to have you on here. I see you there. Mark Just. We'll be talking later this week. Amy's coming in. Roger. Hello, Roger.
Zachary, got to say, I'm kind of jealous right now. You got luxurious Maine over there. I'll call him Mufasa from now on. He's got the Maine.
There you go. That's funny. Hey, Mark, good to see you. So it's good to have you here. They're still coming in. Let me keep letting them in here. Andy, your co-host, right?
Yeah, I can let him in.
You can start seeing them. Okay.
I'm
Yep.
letting them in too, Jeff.
Oh, you 10. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go and because they just keep coming. But my screen's just like they're just popping here. It's because it's Nick Krem. It's Nick Krem Tuesday. And
That's right. Everybody comes when Nick's on.
I know.
Hey,
Everybody coming in here.
you're
So
too kind.
so guys, good morning. If you are a guest with us, I know we have some guests on here. Welcome. You're always welcome. We do this every Tuesday. Actually, we're on here 4 days a week with our group, but Tuesdays is all about helping you build your business. And so normally the first Tuesday of every month we bring in Nick to do an AI update. But man, Nick's just a busy guy. You were in Niagara Falls last week or something. Is that where you were?
I was. We're actually going to be doing an event up there. It's a whole AI event, and it's the first one that I'm personally hosting.
Oh, there you go.
We're literally going to have robots at this event. So they're going to be like walking around. You'll be able to take pictures with them. One's going to be speaking. It's going to be a good time.
There you go. Put one in a barrel. Throw it over the falls. Let's just to see how
With,
it gets out of that.
with what I'm paying for them, I'm not putting one of them in a barrel. I can tell you that.
So, well, it's good to see you guys. If you are here for the first time with Nick, I know we have a lot of new agents that have joined Freedom Team as well. Welcome. It's great to have you with us, have you part of the group. Nick is an expert in AI. Several of us have worked with Nick now for the last several years, doing all kinds of content creation, different things. And then he took a shift here a couple years ago. Him and his brother, they formed their company, the Krim Institute of Artificial Intelligence. A lot of us have been through that. In fact, I wasn't sure if I'd wear this. I'll wear this today.
Hey, there it
my,
is.
my AI certified hat on. So anyway, he's helped us a ton now with just our businesses. And I love the fact, I think, Nick, that you're because there's so much stuff. My God, we're getting bombarded daily with new things, new tools, new systems, new sites, new chat bots, new. It's like it's so hard to keep up with. It's moving so fast. And that's where I love having like you guys going through all this stuff and you coming to us here once a month saying, don't worry about that. Here's what to focus on. Here's where to go. It's kind of that AI direction that you're giving us. It's a huge part of, I think, probably a lot of our businesses at this point, whatever. But again, there's just so many good ways it can be used to help us with our business. And you're always there to help wrangle that for us. So good to have you here, man. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, Jeff. No, I love being on the Freedom Team family. You guys have some amazing leaders and people who are part of this group. We don't say yes to everybody, but in the Freedom Team, they reach out, you answer, right? They're great leaders. I really appreciate them, and they're just great people and great group to be around. So, family, we're gonna have some. I'm gonna say we're gonna have some fun today, but I feel like we always have some fun, right? And I think Jeff kind of teed this up nicely too, because he's right. It's really about talking about the direction that AI is going, because this is exponential technology. We've talked about exponential before, but I heard it recently. If you guys want to listen to an interesting podcast, Peter Diamandis has probably the most interesting podcast, the most forward-thinking AI robotic person that is out there. I don't know if anybody here listens to Peter Diamandis or heard of Peter Diamandis. He's got a podcast that talks about it, but he was talking about this last week, how there have been 15 major model updates in the last 8 weeks. 15, right? So what we're dealing with here is exponential technology. And he broke it down in a way that I think was very easy for me to comprehend and then articulate to you guys. So before this, everything was linear, right? There'd be one update, and then like 5 years later, there'd be another update. And then 5 years later, there'd be another update, like on a grand scale of technology. This is exponential. So what does that mean? So an update in AI, it would first, let's just say, for all intents and purposes, take a year. You know how quickly the next update will be? It's a half-life. Then it would take 6 months, Then after that, 3 months. And after that, month and a half. And after that, 3/4 of a month. Then after that, I'm testing my math skills, like 2 weeks. And now it seems like they're right on top of each other. And then it's just like this. And here's the thing with this technology, it doesn't stop. It keeps going and adapting. And, Anthropic actually put out a message to the world. I don't know if anybody saw this over the weekend. They are requesting the leaders of AI to pause in the advancement. Wild, right? Why? Because they're like, AI is now writing 80% of the code to update itself, and we don't know everything that it's doing. But we're so focused on trying to stay ahead that we have to keep pushing. But I will also say this, Anthropic's kind of the Kanye West of the AI world. What I mean by that is, how Kanye does some crazy stuff before he drops his next album, and he always it's great marketing, and he does a great job for it. Anthropic kind of does that too. We're like, this model's too dangerous for the world, and then they drop it the next week and it has the most users. So it's a little bit of that, but there is some truth in it because it's updating and growing itself. So we're getting into this age of exponential technology. And Jeff, thank you for framing that the way that you did about like the guidance to all this, because I believe that's the really important part. Getting too bogged down into where it's at is almost, you're going to be on this hamster wheel the rest of your life. If you want to know everything about the tactics about what to do right now, what do I need to do right now, it's going to change in a month. It's going to change in another month. So today, especially, we're going to take a step back. I'm going to go over, look, family, we launched something this last week that I believe is absolutely game changing. I hate that word now. It's overused. That is the way that technology is going to be used. So you will see the new interface and how things will operate firsthand. And you guys are going to get to experience that live with me. So we talked about this before, right? Generative AI versus agentic AI. We're getting into the world of agentic AI. Generative AI is this. It's ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever you use. I talk to it, it talks back. I talk to it, it talks back. We are the generators, right? That's generative AI. Agentic AI doesn't play by those rules. Agentic, for all intents and purposes, is basically a digital employee that lives inside of your computer. It can do work for you while you're not there. It can be trained to do tasks and then run autonomously for you. And even more so, we are seeing a massive shift. This is the big shift that I think is not talked about nearly enough. It is the change in consumer behavior. How the entire world is communicating with technology is changing in front of our eyes. So I want to go through some of these massive shifts that I just sent a share screen request that, if we just get so bogged down in just what's happening in the real estate industry, we miss the big picture. One of my mentors always says, disruptors come from outside of the industry. And there is a major disruption that is happening right now. So I'm going to cover this with you guys. This to me is the AI search shift. How people are getting information is changing. Here are some quick stats for you. I like stats, I like numbers, because searching to asking, it's different. This comes straight from Google. 37% of consumers. So Google had a world forum. They're announcing what they're like. Google is telling us what they are doing. And they shared these stats. 37% of the world are now starting their search with an AI tool instead of a search bar. 37%. I'm curious, do you guys think that number is going to go up or down in this next year?
Way up.
Put in the chat. Do you think it's going to go up or down? Let's get the chat active. Let's get it live. And I'm curious, how many of you will not put anything in the chat no matter what I say? Yeah, that's a little smaller percentage. But look, family, these stats should alarm you. 37% of consumers now start their search with an AI tool. 60%, so out of those 37, 60% say, yeah, AI gives better answers than a search engine. And then here's the stat that should really alarm everybody on this call. 82% of Americans last year used AI for housing information. That comes straight from Realtor.com. 82% of Americans last year used AI for housing information. That should alarm you. for many reasons. I mean, how good is the information in AI? That's a whole nother ball game. But people are going to this technology to get the information. And Google said their AI mode just passed 1 billion monthly users. So instead of searching their traditional way, Google, here, I'll actually go to Google. Dang it. Search, blah, blah, blah. AI mode. You see that pop up? AI mode. So 1 billion people are going here instead and just asking AI's Google. So with that being said, Google also announced something else. And again, this is something we've been talking about on this call, right? About like consumer behavior, the AI powered consumer. Well, look, family, it's happening in front of our eyes. So Google is rolling this out. And I love how people say Google is dead. Now ChatGPT is where you need to go. That is the farthest thing from the truth. Google is far from dead. They have the data and they have the money. If data is basically digital gold, right? And they have the money to make these updates. They have all the consumers. Google's like the Zillow of search, right? We can hate them all we want, but they got the consumer. I think we can all agree with that. Like that's why people pay them, because the consumer goes there. Google is now rolling out their agent. It's not just a search anymore. They're Google, like, look, we've heard this before, right? If something is free, you are the product, right? If something is free, you are the product. Well, what has Google been gathering on us all these years? Our data, what we search, what we like, what we click on, what we buy. Now they're rolling out an agent that will do the shopping and all the information gathering for you. It will autonomously go into there, and based on what you like, it will pre-populate things into your shopping cart because it knows what you buy. It knows what you like. And it can scour the entire internet and literally bring to you what you're most likely to buy. It sees everything. And then the chat window remembers its history. So it'll remember what you say you like, what you don't like. And you can chat with it back and forth. YouTube's doing the same thing. So they're rolling out Ask YouTube. So like we said at the beginning, this line is important. Where is it? From searching to asking. It's an important difference. From searching information, like, because we have to think about this. Searching means we are looking for answers and trying to gather more information to make an educated decision. Now you just ask, and then the AI goes out there and researches and does the information and then just tells you what to do. So Google's has their AI agent. YouTube is doing the same thing with Ask AI, Ask YouTube conversational. So like, what's the big picture on this? Look, AI is going to tell you what you should buy. It's going to tell you what you should watch. It's going to tell you the information. How many people here, just put me in the chat, know somebody that believes everything they read on Facebook? Just put me in the chat. If you know somebody who believes everything they read on Facebook, they're probably sending you outrageous reels at 2 a.m. And you're like, did you even research this? Right? And really, like, take a step back and think about this for a second. We are talking about world-changing information about the government, about wars, about money, about this, about that. And people don't even research it. They allow their entire world and reality to be sculpted about information that's not even true. So why is this important? Because of consumer behavior. If AI gives them an answer, how many people do you think are going to cross-reference that answer on a scale of 1 to 10? Probably 1 out of 10, not even. Like 1 out of 1,000 are going to cross-reference it? Not even, because people just believe whatever they read. So if AI agents are telling them what to buy, it's telling them what to watch, it's just giving them information, you can basically take that to the freaking bank, as people will believe whatever it tells them. So when they're asking about the community, when they're asking about neighborhood reports, about data, about who to work with, that is the modern referral. That is like their most trusted advisor. And it's all getting shaped now where like searching is basically changing. The way we communicate with this technology is changing. It's the actual technology, the data, and the search, all those links on Google and all the information. And there is a layer of AI and now AI agents, and then the consumer. where we communicate with AI and then AI does all the research and gives you the answer. Are you guys tracking with me on this? That is the big change that we are seeing. Physical AI and agentic AI is becoming the layer between information, knowledge, recommendations, and the consumer. And if you don't prep for that layer, you're going to be in a world of hurt because they will believe whatever it tells them. There was another thing on here too that I want to share with you guys. So there's a shift that is happening. I saw this ad by Hormozy, and the dude knows a thing or two about a thing or two. That's all I'll say about Alex Hormozy. But it's right in line with what I'm going to show you guys today. Clicking is dead. Agents are your new software. UX disappears in 24 months. Agents replace every click. Operators who act early win. All right. What does that mean? It's essentially exactly what I'm telling you. People aren't going to click on you. Like, here's an example. People aren't going to click all over Google anymore. They're going to talk to Google's agent. It will give them the answer. And that's the entire customer journey. That's one example. I'm going to show you guys another example. And I'm actually going to go through the steps to show you how we got to this. So you can kind of wrap your mind around how all of this is going to be happening. And then also what we have personally done to get you guys prepared for this. So last 3 weeks ago, I announced the largest partnership in my company's history. So we are now powered by Halo. So what is Halo? They're a company filled with like former Microsoft AI engineers. They have an entire development team who are constantly staying up to date with AI. And I'll tell you what, if you think you know a lot about AI, which I thought I did, then I got around people who were coding since they were 8 years old and show me what they were doing. I'm like, okay, there's levels to this, right? And a great way to say this too is I was talking to him yesterday, and you know how people like you see these ads, or at least I see them, because the algorithm is very smart to the individual, where it says you can build and launch your own app overnight now, right? He's like, if you don't know how to hack someone else's app, then you don't know how to properly secure your own. And I was like, oh, that's a good reference, right? So if you're thinking about building your own app that you want to take to the public, if you don't know how to hack your own app, like to get to the back end, that means you don't know how to properly secure it. And that is actually a big thing that is going on in here, all the vibe coded apps, like whole nother ball game. But just for reference, if you guys have ever saw an ad and you're like, oh, build your own app and launch it to the public. Well, that's my filter. Well, I don't know how to hack an app, so that means I don't know how to secure my own. But that's why I teamed up with these guys. So I'm going to show you the back end of this, which you guys will never have to see this, but I want you guys to kind of understand like how these things are being built. So the very back end of this is like literally the structure of all of it. It has these different AI agents like we were discussing before. But then what else does it have? You guys can see like there's an orchestration of these agents where there's the main agent at the top, which is the one we actually communicate with. We have our agent architect. Essentially, think about this as like your HR of AI. So it's like if I want to build another employee, I talk to the main agent, he delegates it to my HR, and they build it out. We have video producer, listing producer, open house, AEO. So this is just my account. There's over 30 digital employees that are built into this. What else is on this back end? So, man, this is another reason I partner with the right people. But you know how there's a different model update like every single week? And it's like, oh, this just updated, this just updated. They have over 70 different large language models on the back end. Why is that important? Because Claude Code isn't the best for everything. It's good for a lot of things, but it's not the best for everything. So now your digital employees have access to over 70 different models to use the right one for the right job. Like, you wouldn't have your social media manager do your taxes, would you? No, you would have the right person do the right job. So this accesses all those different ones. And guess what? When there's a model update, they just go on their back end and add the new model to it. So it's like, oh, I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden, all my employees just got smarter. Another thing to think about this with all this, if you want to build, and I know there's people saying build your own agents, do your own thing, is like, different models cost different amounts. Again, if you think about these models like employees, I wouldn't hire a $2,000 an hour employee to scan through my emails. right? That'd be like driving your Ferrari to the grocery store. You just wouldn't do it. You'd take your Toyota Corolla. I don't know if this is helping conceptualize all this for you guys, but that's why there's all these models on the back end to use the right model for the right job that is the right cost. The cool part about all of this, and if your guys' head is spinning, is you don't have to know how to do any of this for it. It automatically does all of these things for you. So that's the back end that you guys will never even have to see. But I wanted you guys to understand like the complexities that goes into getting this done right. Because then we go to the next step. So all of those models running behind it, the orchestration of all these 30 AI agents, then comes to this dashboard, right? It comes to this dashboard. And even with this, you necessarily don't really even have to log into this. Because like Alex Hermosi said, UX interfaces are dying off. So now what we did, I'm going to stop sharing for a second and then share my whole screen. Yep, share my whole screen. As then we took all of this and think of what I'm about to show you as your guys' CMO, your chief marketing officer. So this entire dashboard is run through texting. You get your phone number that's hooked up to it. Your phone number is your now login. If I say like, hey, Halo, you see, I text it and you'll see it pop up over here. So now the AI agents, so it's like AI agents on the back end, your dashboard, and then there's another layer that the AI agents, your digital employees, know how to communicate and work this dashboard. So I don't have to log into the dashboard. You guys don't need another login. I'm curious, how many people here have way too many logins and dashboards to learn already? Right? Like it's like, okay, another login, another dashboard. No. So now all of this is run through texting. Are you guys tracking with me? Did I confuse anybody too much? Are you guys like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are following, or 2 if you're like, Nick, you lost me. And it's okay for both. All right. I think the 2s might be a little, all right, a couple 2s. That's good. I got honest people too. All right, 1.5, Jim. I like Jim, 1.5. All right. So essentially, here's how I'll break it down. What you have with this is 30 digital employees that live in your computer that can all be navigated through texting now. So you text your CEO who delegates it to the right employee. So what is the end result? So now, like I said, most people's websites and information are not set up to be found through AI search. So I'm going to give you guys this tool. It's free. And I don't even collect any information on it. I would like everybody here to put their website into this tool. This is the AEO site checker. So all you got to do is take your website, copy it, and then paste it in here. This will essentially move this and run an audit. It takes 5 to 10 seconds. This will tell you if your website is even set up to be found through AI or not. And here is the big one, robots.txt. If this has an X next to it, that means AI can't find you, even if it wanted to. If you guys are brave, put your score in the chat. I'm just curious. And just so you guys know, majority of websites are not set up to be found through AI. Like, it's unfortunate, but a lot of websites that you guys have probably are going to have robots.txt blocked. It's going to not rank too high. Why? Because before AI search, you wanted to block. Thank you, Zach. Very brave. You wanted to block all the bots, right? You didn't want bot traffic. Well, now Google, another stat from Google, 77. Hey, there you go. 66. That robots.txt is the big one. But you wanted to block all the bot traffic. Now, 57% of website traffic is AI actually searching. And that number is going to continue to go up. So this is the problem we identified. So what we did now is with this tool set up simply through texting, you guys can get your own fully customized website that you want done for you. that will talk about yourself, that will blog about the community, that will make it AEO optimized, GEO optimized. You get 30 employees that every time SEO, AEO, GEO, the way people get information is updated, your employees automatically update your website without you lifting a finger. It will also, if you guys take a look at this, my blogs, it will research the top frequently most asked questions. So there is an AI employee that researches ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, and says, what are the most frequently asked questions by my consumer? And then it will take that, and then you have a copywriter that will go and it will answer the questions for you. So without you lifting a finger, you have your site that is running. It will now blog for you 3 times a week to answer the questions that your consumer is asking in a way that AI makes it findable. So this all happens without you even doing anything. Once you set it up, it just runs for you. So let's give an example to show you guys how simple this is. Because that's like, Nick, this sounds great, but I don't know if I can do this, right? That might be what some of you guys are asking. Well, let's say I want to update my background image here. And that was the picture I just used. So I'll go to Nick Krim Photos. Here's what I'll say. If you guys can text, you guys can do this. Because if I say, you know what, I want this image in my background, and then I simply text my Halo assistant, hey, can you make this the background on my main page? If you can text, you can get it done. So then you go into this, it's going to text me back. There we go. Got it. Swapping in the new background. I'm done. How many people here have paid thousands of dollars for websites before? And then anytime you want it updated, you had to wait a couple weeks, wait for the developer, pay the website developer again to get a simple update. Oh, and then by the way, the robots.txt is closed, and then you have to go ask them to please open my robots.txt, right? Now, anything you want updated is literally just a text away. So make that background change. So it's going to go through to my website, and soon enough, once it texts me back, that'll be updated.
Hey, Nick,
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't want to interrupt you, but can I give you some real world practical stuff that has happened to me using this in the
Yeah,
last
go
three
ahead.
weeks?
Go ahead, Andy.
So it asked me all the questions, launched the site, the whole 9 yards, and you told us we got 2 sites with it.
Yeah.
So when we started, okay. So then it launched 2 sites that were identical. So I noticed it. So all I did was pick the phone up and texted it and said, why did you launch 2 sites that were identical? That is not my intent. It texted me back and said, my bad, you're correct. I should not have done that. I'm correcting it right now.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, just on and on and on. So then when I tried to create a second site for agent attraction, it tells me that I had to pay for that site. And I said, no, that wasn't the deal. I
Yeah.
said, the deal when I signed up was blah, blah, blah. It said, you are 100% correct. I checked into your account. We've tabled that for now. Let me know when you're ready and I'll launch everything. All I need is the assets.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's been amazing. It's like unbelievable. And every time I want to update something, I just simply tell it. I'm
yeah.
like, I just launched a new YouTube video where you go in and pull the video and write a blog post about it for my site. And it said done.
Can we
It,
take a look at your website, Andy? Some people are
yeah,
asking about it.
yeah.
All right, I'll show it off here if you want to put it in the chat. Look, family, this is where your website, like you were saying, it's you have a new YouTube video. Hey, can you add this YouTube video for my website and blog about it? About 5 minutes later, it'll say done. Here we go. So let's check it out.
Yep.
So here we go. So Andy was able to go through. And Andy, the question I get from people is it really all done through texting?
Yes, 100%.
Yes. So let's see, guides. So you're able to create different guides for them here too.
I didn't tell it to do that. It did it on its own.
Oh, why did it do it on its own? Because it knows the questions that people are asking are about this. So this is where, look, family, you have actual employees that research what people are asking inside of your area. So then we have our blog here. Oh, visit the channel. So then you connected your YouTube channel, probably just by texting it. Hey, can you connect my YouTube channel here? Where is the one about, which one of these has your YouTube video on it? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
So the workflow for this is, hey, I have a new YouTube video. Here's the link. Can you blog about it and add it to my website? That was about it, was it, Andy?
That's pretty much it.
So in the blogs about it, it links the YouTube video. FAQs. Why is this important? Because the people who are asking these questions, now Andy has a site that is findable through AI that is answering the exact questions. I've covered this on trainings with you guys before, and it was you had to research the topic, you had to figure out how to write the blog, and then you had to actually go and write the blog. Now this literally just does it for you. And then it actually will update your FAQs based on the research that it does for you. So then you got condos. So then it talks about the different condos. Talk to Andy. Let's talk to Andy. Goes right to his Calendly. I love it, Andy. So family, it is literally done through texting. All right. And then I want to show you guys some other options here too. Where's Cole?
Can I ask something real quick, Andy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Andy, are you set up with like Bold Trail or any of the CRMs that are provided for us? What do you have, Bold Trail?
Boldro, yeah.
Okay, so this is completely separate. Like it's not linked up in any way. Is it?
Correct.
Okay.
I'll show
From
you
my
some,
understanding, not yet, but I
not
think
yet.
that's probably coming.
I'll show you what this individual did, Andy, which might give you an idea too.
Yeah.
So one, they wanted a video on their background. So they're like, hey, can you add this video to my background? Boom. So they got the video playing. He said, you know what? I want to have a contact me button that pops up because remember, you have an app developer as an employee. So they just texted and said like, hey, can you add a pop-up over here on the side that has my contact information? That's it, guys. You text it. What they also did was, let me see, neighborhoods. What they did, Andy, which you might be able to do too, is they add a save search link. So for like this community, they have a save search link, which takes them over to their search portal.
Yeah, if you'll go back to my site, I have that too. I have at the top where they can search properties and it goes to my IDX site.
Let's see, Andy, where are you at, Andy? I'm all over the place. Oh, search homes. Oh, and it takes them over to their IDX site.
That links to your Bold Trail.
Correct.
Gotcha.
All right. And then here's another individual who said, you know what? I need accessibility on this. So instead of going out there buying an accessibility tool, asking the web developer to add it to the page, he sent a text and now he has the accessibility here. So it built the app for him, added it to his page. I don't even know how you do text.
Top-rated real estate teams.
Here, wait. This is actually pretty cool. I have to share my sound. So I clicked. Look, guys, it built this for him. Text to speech.
A top-rated real estate team serving all of Michigan. 6 agents. Over 90 years of combined experience.
So he just literally sent the text and it built this out for him. And you guys see here, by the way, there's my new background. If I want that image, remember when I texted it earlier, it updated my background for me. All you need to do is just send a text. But we didn't stop there. So now with this, I want to show you guys one more too, is you guys get your authority site, but then you also get a bonus site, and this is good till Thursday, that can be specific about your community, right? We always hear riches are in the niches, right? Well, this person's niche was like, man, I love dogs and I love working with people who are dog lovers. So they created an entire page, a digital asset that is the ultimate guide for dog lovers in Greater Victoria. I think they even have pictures of their own dogs on here. Where's that? Yep. So this is actually their own dog. So they texted in their picture of dogs. Who's the chief canines behind this guide? You can see it. It's pretty intricate. So they wanted it about all these different guides, municipality, patios to go to. Within 2 weeks, this person already had 2 people that came from ChatGPT and a business that reached out that wanted to be sourced on their page. Why? Because people asking AI questions about places to go for dogs, what neighborhoods are dog friendly. Guess where AI gets its information? Now it's going to get it from here. And once it's set up, it runs for you 24/7. It blogs for you, updates for you. Anytime there's an update in AI search, the employees get the notification. It A/B tests your website. I mean, we all hear these things in marketing and it sounds great, but if you have a static website that you have to talk to a developer every single time, try to do it yourself every single time, keep up with the updates, y'all already have a full plate. Now it will do these things automatically for you, and it can all just be done through texting.
I will tell you on the flip side of that, I just connected Claude Cowork to my Go High Level account to go
Yeah.
through and kind of run things in the back end to Go High Level.
Yeah.
And it's taken me 3 days to get it all hooked up. And I'm still testing it. So
Yeah.
it's, but yeah, it's intricate.
You're absolutely right. And, like you said, and then it's testing it. So just a little food for thought too. They burned 4.5 billion tokens to stress test all of this. That's thousands and thousands of dollars testing it to make sure that when you text it, it actually does the right thing. That was just in 30 days. Needless to say, everything else. So, but let's go back to this. What else can your CMO do for you? Yeah, let me make sure my sound is shared here too. Sorry, I'm sharing, unsharing. But let's say you guys get a listing. It's like, great, got a listing. All right, now you got to create the listing materials. Well, what if you can just text your AI CMO your Zillow link with the updated pictures, or you can update the pictures yourself, and it creates you a single property website by texting it a link. It creates the gallery for you where it'll pull the pictures. And guys, this is important, where it'll take the picture and also write about the picture. Why is that important? Because when people are asking about certain amenities, and if it's just a picture, AI can't read the picture. So it reads the words underneath the picture. So it does those things for you. It will actually write about the neighborhood. So when people are using AI search, asking about certain neighborhoods, your listing is more likely to pop up. It actually blogs about stories about living in the area, the home style, and it writes about the home. But we didn't stop there. It's like we said, there's over 30 digital employees that are working for you now. One of the employees can take your pictures and then turn them into a video. So it uses VO3. And like, to orchestrate this right, there's one agent's job who says, okay, where's the front of the home? Where's the bathrooms? So then it organizes all the pictures just by texting it your Zillow link. These are just pictures that it turned to video for you. You literally texted it your Zillow link, and it created the website, it blogs about the property, did neighborhood research, took your photos, and turned them into this. So then this other agent here, Nisha took her website. So this is her website that she has built, and then she combined it with her active listings here. So then she created a single property website for each of her listings, turned her pictures into videos. And if you don't want all the pop-ups, you just tell it you don't want the pop-ups, right? Well, or if you like the pop-ups. Had the horses. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's not a drone footage, guys. That is a picture that is turned into drone footage. It turns it into skylight. And this is just where it's at right now, because we are also, just to give you guys a little roadmap. So the roadmap on this too is just by texting it your Zillow link. Look, this is your CMO. It will be able to create Instagram content, reels, stories, and carousel posts by texting it your links. You get a single property website, videos turn into pictures turn into videos. It will then create reels, stories, and carousel posts, Facebook posts, ads, and marketplace. It will be able to create LinkedIn. We are even going to add a CMA, comparative market analysis, for each one of them. Neighborhood reports. We're going to add a QR code. So each listing gets its own custom QR code. Marketing plan. So family, and I'm telling you, you could ask Andy who's been in it. I know it's the biggest question is it really all done through texting? Look, you do have to fill out a form. There's a form you fill out to start, which gathers your information. But after that, Andy, is it really all done through texting?
Yeah, and let me tell you, so the form, I signed up that day, so it had some bugs. So the
Okay.
form wasn't working, so the form couldn't go through. So it basically, after me and it going back and forth 3 or 4 times, it basically said, "Here's the information I need. Just put it all in a PDF, upload it to me, and I'll take care of it." And it did. Boom. So it took care of it. So all the questions it was asking me about myself, I had already ch trained ChatGPT. So I put the questions into ChatGPT and said, answer all these questions. It answered them. I uploaded the PDF, put it in. It literally took me 10 seconds.
There you go.
I mean, it was done.
And it's like your employee. You can ask it questions. You can ask about the market. And now we added another feature where once a week you can ask it to send you a summary of all the blogs that you can put into content in other places to your email. So now it'll email you that information.
And
And
the way
yes,
I'm looking at this is getting it on the ground floor. So when you guys continue to build it, then I'm in here and I'm grandfathered in. So here we go.
yeah. And yes, Kathy, you can use other links besides Zillow. But Zillow is the most commonly used one. So like if you update it there. So like guys, what you guys get with this? You guys get over 30 digital employees that are working for you 24/7. That are getting smarter for you. And we're adding more employees to this. You guys get to build out your authority site. So that's what we saw with Andy, where you can add your blogs, you can add information about the neighborhood. You guys get your listing CMO that will be able to draft AI compliant listing sites, turn pictures into videos. Your community site. This bonus is only good till Thursday. Like Andy said, you guys get 2 sites. So one for your authority and one for your community. You get all of that, 30 employees that work 24/7, constantly updated for $99 a month, and then $99 per listing. So for the lifetime of the listing, that's not $99 a month per listing. That is, you have a new listing, you send the link, it creates it. It's $99 for the lifetime of the listing. So what happens if you get a price improvement? You just text it like, hey, price improvement to this listing. And it doesn't cost anything more. It goes and updates the landing page, and then it will update all the other posts and things that are made for you automatically. So guys, to get started, all you got to do is scan this QR code, text CREM. It will auto-populate. You guys can get started on your journey. Again, only until this Thursday at midnight, we have those 2 sites that you will get for $99 a month. You guys will also get invited to my Thursday class where I'd show you guys how to do this. And my favorite part about all of this now is when I tell you guys that you can do something, it's no longer trying to log in, stare at a blank screen, and figure out what I just told you to do. You literally just text it. Like, oh, Nick just showed me how to do this. Can you add it for me? And it's like, okay, great. And it goes and does it. Oh, Nick just showed me that I need a lead capture form on my website. Can you do that for me? And it just goes and does it. It's literally run through just a text away.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, Jim?
Hey, man. Can you back up about 3 slides where you were showing the packages? I was just looking at all. Man, it's overwhelming how great this is.
Well, thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
So these are the digital employees, right? There's over 30 of them that you are getting with this.
Right on.
And then you get your authority sites. So this is built out. And look, your 2 sites can be whatever you want, but we recommend like having one for your main self that will have all the information about you. So your personal branding sites. You get your listing CMO, which will be able to take care of your marketing for your listing, take your pictures and turn it into video, single property websites. And then we're also adding the other features that you guys saw as well. And then you get this bonus, which is a community site, which it's just identifying your niche. If you have a community that is rising up that like a bunch of homes are being built or a lot of people are moving there, you can build that community site for you. And then you get all that for just $99 a month and then $99 per listing. Works 24/7 and is literally just a text away. I'll keep that QR code up here.
Powerful stuff.
I'll
It's
throw
just
that
the
out here
direction
too.
everything is going, you know.
You guys get access to our school group too. So if you guys are in our school group, you guys already know that. I think we just added Andy as well, but you guys get access to our school group to be around other people who are using this. We drop trainings in there to continue to help you guys function and utilize it.
Yeah.
So I will tell you too, when I signed up to begin with, so it was like I said, it had a few bugs.
Yeah.
But they're worked out now as far as I know. But anyway, so I was having trouble getting logged in, and so I couldn't. I mean, and then it kept telling me you don't need a login, and I'm like, I get that, but I want a login. I'm one of those that if I ask you what time it is, I want you to show me how to build a watch. So, so basically, we kept arguing back and forth, and then it kept having trouble getting me logged in till finally it said, let's cut out basically all the hoopla. It said all the fluff. It said, I'll just solve this issue for you and get you a new login. So it did. So it fixed everything. Then it came back and said, and for your troubles, we're going to give you your first listing at $49. It said, I went ahead and made it okay with the developers. And I said, okay, great.
Yeah. It really is like talking to someone, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like you have questions, you text it. You want things updated, you text it. You want and sometimes it'll text you and be like, hey, we just updated this. Check it out.
It texted me this morning and asked me how things were going. Not kidding. I'm like, I said, it's good. It goes, are you ready to launch your second site yet? I'm like, not yet.
Yeah.
And it said, okay, let me know when you're ready.
But you guys kind of see how we're saying clicking is dead, going back to that, where it's like you have the dashboard, you have the agents behind it, and then there's this interface that we made just through texting. All right, you text it, you get things done. With this, you never have to pay a website developer again. You never have to pay every single time you update it. You'll never have to learn how to run the back end. Literally just a text away.
I'm guessing like down the road, one of the things I'm working on right now, I'm kind of redoing some things with my Google business page.
Yeah.
I'm posting blogs in there and different things like kind of multiple times a day. Right now, I was assume this could probably do the same kind of thing as it creates content for all this other stuff. Could it create? I mean, I guess it would be able to create some stuff even for that. I'm guessing.
So we
Or at
are
least down the
looking
road.
at integrations for Google Business Profile, but you can have it email you a Google Business Profile optimized version of that to your inbox every week. So it'll
Okay.
take those questions and you say, hey, can you email me a Google Business Profile optimized version of this once a week on Monday? And then it will email that to you.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Because one of the things I want to emphasize on here, and again, there's a lot of people, if you're brand new to Freedom Team, if you're a guest with us, I mean, please know this. I mean, if you go back and look at the last, I don't know, 18 months probably or longer that Nick has come in once a month, he's never selling us stuff. Just so you know, like it's not been it's just know that. Okay. If you're new to it, this isn't a Tuesday, infomercial kind of thing. We bring in Nick every month to do stuff. He's always offering his coaching stuff, but we almost have to beg it here. Tell everybody where they can go, Nick, to get on if they want to get more info from you. And people do it. I've been through it. Tim's been through it. Really good stuff. But I just want to emphasize that if you're new, these Tuesday trainings are not about selling you more products, more things, more stuff. This I see as being just a game changer in terms of just where the direction of where everything's going with AI. Like, I mean, and I get it. It's huge what's going on here. So
thank you for emphasizing that, Jeff. I think it's been a year and a half, and this is literally
at
the
least
first
that you've
time
been
that
going,
we
yeah.
actually had some people to do.
Yeah.
But again, I believe in this so much where I believe every agent in the world needs to be found through AI search. You need a way that is working for you, something that is working 24/7 to help you get found, to answer the questions that people are asking. And I believe, truthfully, it's my duty and obligation to be able to bring this kind of information to you guys. Because
Yeah.
if not, you're going to go through an hour course trying to teach you how to build your own site. You're going to have to get Claude. You're going to have to try to get Lovable. Then you're going to have to get Replit. You're going to have to try to figure that out. Or you're going to pay someone thousands of dollars to build this for you. And then it's static. It doesn't actually do anything else. This is literally a full website developer, app builder, widget builder, AEO, GEO optimizer, copywriter, that gets updated all through texting.
Mhm. It's huge. Kate, do you have a question? I saw you have a Q in the chat. Is that a question that you have?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. This is really amazing and powerful. It's like incredible. So if someone wanted to get this, it's only through Krem Institute.
That is only through us. At least right now, it's through us.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
then also, can you explain a little bit in my brain? I don't understand like general searches versus an AI search and how do we like elevate ourselves?
Yeah. Great question. So, general search essentially is just this. Hey, can you tell? Or they'd say, what is the housing market? Cleveland. And then general search would be, oh, I'm going to click on this link and then I'm going to try to read this and understand it. Oh, and then I want more information. So then I'm going to click on the next link and I'm going to try and read this and understand it. So that's just general search. When people want information, they would go through this and they would search. AI search is just this right here. Oh, here's the AI overview. Great. They don't actually click on the link.
Google
So like,
just made an announcement. Those links are going away, by the way.
yes, that's how freaking big this is. Thank you, Andy. Yes. And then now people are just going to AI mode and they're just talking to it. And it searches, well, tell me about the neighborhoods in North Royalton. So like
So
this
Andy,
is
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
yeah, but like this is how we are getting information now, where it's just giving me the information on this. And you see one of the ones here is a video explaining it. Then it's another real estate agent's page. And the amount of times that you start popping up with this information will determine, say, who should I work with as a real estate agent? Will deter which all goes into factors as saying who you should work with.
Hmm.
Rich Gannon. There we go. So like that's where like the way people are getting this information is changing. I hope that kind of explains the difference between like basic search and then now being used with AI as an overlay with the different search engines.
Yes, that helps. Thanks.
Would it be able to do Spanish to the website? Absolutely. Like it actually does that very freaking well because all AI is literally large language models. So it's not like just English. You can do any. I wonder here. Let's have some fun here. I know I got 5 minutes because I got another call right after this, but I will say, can you add a button on my site that will toggle between English and Spanish for me? So here we go. And then let's see if it says something here. I just like showing you guys this in real time because like it is literally, I'm just texting it, right? Adding a language toggle now. I had a floating button that switches the whole site between English and Spanish. I'll let you know when it's live. So there we go. Right? It's literally texting, guys. So that is a great question. And I'm sure before this, then you'd have to pay someone to go in there, translate it all to Spanish, or you got to do it yourself. And then like now it's just like, hey, you know what? Can you make it English, Spanish, or be able to choose a language? Great, thanks. And then you go do something else, and it's just going to text me when it's done.
Hmm.
And then it's actually going to build the widget inside of there so it can actually toggle between the two.
How long would it take for something like that? I mean, just out of curiosity. Not that, I
I'm
mean,
going to
2 weeks
guess
is good,
by the end of
whatever.
the call. Oh, by the end of the call, let's see, we got 3 minutes. I'm guessing before then, I do have another call I got to jump on right after this.
Right.
But I'm hoping by the end of the call it'll pop up. But we will see.
Nick, Cindy was asking about the QR code. Is that link that you
Yeah.
put in the chat? Is that also
The
going to the
link
same
also
place?
does it, but I'll
Okay.
throw the QR code back up here.
Okay, there you go.
I'll take that QR code and a screenshot of it and put it in our recording too, in the description of our YouTube recording.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, for $100 a month, it's such a no-brainer to me. I mean, I don't know. I need to look at all my, I got to look at all my stuff. I've got, $20 here and $10 there,
Oh
and
yeah.
$20 there, and $50 there. And next thing you know, like, holy crap, I'm spending $2,000 a month on.
Yeah.
So Jim gets it. Jim unmuted
I
himself
got
here.
you, brother. As a matter of fact, I just signed up. I've gotta go eliminate some of those other ones.
It's just, I mean, and there's things I'm just not using. I mean, I know that there's just things in there that are, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm hoping by the end of the call it texts back. That's my guess. I know it's only been 2 minutes. I feel like I'm spoiled now because I'm like, it takes 3 minutes to build a widget to then translate English to Spanish. What are you doing, Halo? But like
Hurry up.
in reality, it's building literally an entire coding to create a toggle button and then translating the whole website. So
So Nick, there's a app for this, or is there or just use the 415-726 number?
you just text that number, Krem, and then it'll walk you through setup. And then any
Yeah.
questions you have, you can message it and it will just walk you through the setup.
So after you get, I'm already done that, brother. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah. So after
So
that, you want to talk to it.
it's still that same phone number,
Gotcha.
right? And then
Okay.
I would save that phone number as like I have mine as Halo 007 because it's like my secret agent. Um,
Gotcha. All
but
right.
yeah, you just save the phone number and you just text it anytime you need something. It's going to take
Gotcha.
you through a form that you fill out. But then after you fill out the form, your sites and things get created. Then you just text it back and forth.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yep.
Guys, any other questions for Nick has to go before we wrap it up? Anything at all? Quick reminder, we'll be back here tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, same Zoom link, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Connect to collaborate. Just our, mastermind open to whatever you guys want to talk about. It's always good. I would tell you, come if you can. Ask your questions. Just sit in, listen to other people's questions and answers. You'll get a ton out of that. We never know where that's going, but it's always good. So, um, there's the QR code. What's that phone number again, Nick? Oh, right there, 415-726-3224. Okay, gotcha.
What about
Guys,
that
I do
class?
have
Is
to. Oh,
there
go
a
ahead.
class on Thursday, Nick?
Yep, every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So you guys will be added to that so that we go over updates and different things that we're coming out with this. So you guys can be the first in the know. My favorite part about that is after the class, like, oh, I really liked that. Guess all you have to do, Jim? You just text your employee and say, I like what Nick covered. He did this. Can you do that for me? And he'll say, sure, done in like 5 minutes.
Oh
So it's no
man.
longer like log into the dashboard, go back, rewatch the video to figure out how I did it. You literally just send a text and be like, hey, add the toggle between English and Spanish on my site. And then it'll go in there and it will add it for you.
Gonna be dangerous.
Family, I do have to jump off of here though. I got to go to my next one. I appreciate each one of you guys and thank you, Freedom Team. It's always a pleasure.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Nick.
Nick.
I'll see you
We
guys.
appreciate it. So, guys, cool. Now we can talk about it. Jeez, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm just kidding. Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
that's
is that
pretty
crazy
funny.
stuff? Good stuff. Any comments, thoughts, questions? While we're on here, Zach. Let's see. There are influencers all over right now trying to sell AI slop websites for hundreds per month. Startup costs. Yep, I hear you. So true. And we're bombarded by it in this business. Oh my gosh, we're just getting hit so hard because they know we'll buy this stuff. I think what we just saw there. I mean, it's definitely worth digging into. I think figuring out how to make that work in your business. I mean, Andy, how long have you had yours going, Andy? A couple, 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, about two, three, whatever. Whenever he did that first class, I signed up.
Yeah,
And then it did have some bugs, but
sure.
they've worked through those. I mean, but
And there'll
literally,
be more. I mean, I would guess, it's just it's early stages, but it's yeah, they're on it. Those guys are just on top of it in terms of getting it.
well, and just like I told
Um,
him, I mean, I'm just happy to be in on the ground floor because when they figure out what they actually have here, I mean, they know, but once they get it launched, that $99 is not going to be there forever. And I'm not trying to sell it for him. I'm just saying that this thing could literally, like I took everything, I do all my research. So I took everything that they're offering, put it into ChatGPT, and I said, if I had to build this on my own or if I had to pay for individual services doing this, what would it cost me? It said, number one, you don't want to even try to build this on your own. It would take you years. And it said, but on the flip side of that, if you bought it, it would cost you roughly, I think it said, Tim, I think I told you that it was like $8,000 a month. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? To buy individual things to do all the things that they're doing. And to get in at $99 is unbelievable because they are eventually probably going to start charging $7.99 a month or $8.99 a month. I mean, I can only imagine as to what they're going to
Probably
do.
down the road. Yeah, for sure.
Is that price
Svetlana.
grandfathered in then, or
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
what he just said. Yeah, he said I would be if you get in on the ground floor, you're grandfathered in.
Yeah, they're good about that. I will tell you. I mean, having worked with Nick for the last 3 or 4 years now, it's yeah, they're really good about that stuff. If you're in, you're in. So, Svetlana, do you want to? What's your question?
Thank you for asking, Jeff. Do you mind, Andy, to tell me so that they build website, right? And so I don't need to have a website to sign up. Sorry, I'm so behind in technology. And how much time it takes for you to set it up? Whatever you asking question, everything. And have you started promoting it and getting leads? So 3 questions.
Well, I get all my leads through YouTube, but I have it connected everywhere. But the biggest thing for me was just having it update those blog posts that I can copy to anywhere else. And they're eventually going to connect it to like Bold Trail. And, that's why I wanted to get in early
Uh-huh.
before they start charging $1,000 a month for it.
Right.
But no, you do not have to be technologically nothing. You don't even have to know how to cut a computer on.
I
If
like that.
Literally what he said, if you can text, you can do this. If you know how to text, that's it. Because it'll go through and ask you the questions. It'll say, text me an updated headshot. Text me, information about you, about your business. So I had already trained ChatGPT to do all that. So what
Uh-huh.
I did was when they sent me the questionnaire, I just copied the questions, put them into ChatGPT, and said, answer all these for me. It literally took 10 seconds. I copied all of it, put it in a PDF, and uploaded it into my text and texted it to Halo. And then, boom, 15 seconds later, it came back and said, your website is launched. And I'm like,
Wow.
really? So it said, go check it out and see what you want to change. So there were some things I wanted to change. And literally all I told it was, make this bigger, make this smaller, do this different, add this button. And it did it. So I
Okay.
mean, you don't have to know anything.
I like that. So to sign up, I need to go through the code, right? That's how you sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just go through whatever Nick that QR code he put on there or either that website to go sign up.
the website in the chat.
Yeah.
So
In the chat.
honestly, yeah, I copied that. So honestly, pretty much it eliminates all other our efforts online, right? We can connect everything here, kind of like all our another websites and everything, hopefully, right?
Hopefully eventually. I mean, right now they don't have it set up to where you can connect other sites to it. What
Uh-huh.
they have now is it'll build a site for you. It'll do a blog post for you as many. If you wanted to do one a day, it will. I don't suggest doing that many blogs. But
Uh-huh.
then also, like you just saw on my site, we put in a new video that all I did was send the link to the video. I said, I just uploaded a video on my YouTube page. Can you write a blog post about it and make sure people have a connection to the YouTube? Because I want to drive everybody back to my YouTube channel. That's my entire
Right,
marketing strategy. And
right.
so it did it in a matter of literally like 2 minutes. It sent me a text and said, it's all done. Go check it out. And I'm like, and it talks to me. It knows how I talk because I've given it examples of how I talk. So it talks
Mhm.
like it's a buddy with me. So instead of giving me technical terms, it just says, hey, we're good to go. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then it will say, like it'll ask me a question, I'll give it an answer, and it'll come back and say, okay, cool, and give me a thumbs up. And I'm like, so the thing talks to me like I talk to it.
Oh, that's amazing. And quick question, sorry for asking so much, but it is a digital AI, right? This is website digital AI. That digital whatever agent they're saying, right?
Yeah, it's an agentic agent, which means it does stuff for you. So there's a difference between telling it what to do and it actually doing stuff on its own. This is
Right.
set up to do stuff on its own.
And he is charging $99 per additionally per listing. So how did that work? For example, I do advertise everywhere on social media, assumable loans, but it's not my listings. But I get leads with those listings. I'm looking for buyers, different kind, cold reach.
It would, if as long as you pay them $99, it'll create its own website and all of its own assets, and then it will brand it to you. It doesn't matter who the listing belongs to. It'll brand it to you. But now
But additional fees. It's
but
additional
I would
fees.
probably check with my local MLS and my local like with me, I would contact Alabama Real Estate Commission and make sure I'm not breaking any rules by advertising somebody else's listing. You got to make sure you're compliant. And so you can tell it, like I told it, in anything that you do, like with you put my name or my logo or anything, EXP has to be, according to the laws in Alabama, EXP has to be prevalent, it has to be up top, and it has to be as big as my name or my logo. So I told it that, and so now everything it does, it makes sure it follows those rules.
But it's additional $99. So if I do it once a week listing, so it's like $99 a month subscription plus $400. Getting a little
Yes.
pricey for
Yeah.
advertising.
Yeah.
And how
Well,
about
yeah, but go try to do that somewhere else.
yeah? And I'm trying to connect it all together. No, what do you mean? So shall I do it somewhere else? I'm doing it on a
No,
Facebook.
what I'm telling you is you'll spend thousands of dollars, not $99. You'll spend thousands trying to
Oh
get the
my
same
God.
thing.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah.
And can you connect it to the Google? Can you create a Google business page with that, or it helps you to create business page on a Google? Anything like this? Do you know?
Yeah,
Or
it will
can you
help
connect
you. I'm
Facebook with
telling you,
that?
the stuff that they have coming is unfreaking believable. And if you
I
don't
like
get
your
in on the
research.
ground floor, this thing's going to cost you $1,000 a month later.
Yeah, thank you for no, I
Yeah.
appreciate you doing research. You are
Yeah.
definitely more tech. I appreciate your time explaining.
No worries.
Andy, you said it talks like to you like you talk to it. Does it have that accent going or like,
Well, I haven't asked it to speak to me yet. We'll
uh,
see.
yeah, Leanne, real quick, we'll wrap it up here. Leanne, what's your question? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Do we need to get our state broker to approve anything?
No, because if you tell it what state you're in, it looks up the rules and the laws,
Okay.
and yeah.
I
And
think
I've
so.
Because
I've told it.
Mississippi's a lot like Alabama, but I just wanted to make sure we didn't need to, before we create anything, have our state broker approve anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the nice thing is you can sound it looks like you can change it as quickly as you need to.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just give it some different directions and it'll change whatever. Again, make my logo bigger, make my all these different things. It'll just do whatever you need it to do pretty quick.
Yeah, because the first
Okay.
first time it did it, it had EXP and itty bitty letters and it had my
Yeah.
name huge, and I said that's breaking every law. We can't do that. So I told it what to do, and I said EXP has to be the same size or bigger, and it said okay, I'll keep that in mind going forward, and it hasn't made a mistake yet. I mean, since then.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
I just want to make sure I didn't need to get their approval first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Jennifer, real quick, you said the annual. What was I haven't looked at it yet. The annual cost. Was it how much less is it?
$9.99 for annual if you
Okay.
sign up. So it's like 80 some dollars a month instead.
Saving about whatever $200-300 a month, or
And
two total for the year. So
yeah, savings
yeah,
makes it even
that's it.
cheaper.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, guys, again, we're not here to sell you anything, but it's something to look at. I think the biggest thing, I mean, everything is going that direction. I mean, that whole AI search thing. I mean, you got to be found by AI. We talk about it all the time, the 80-20 rule, how it's become the 90-10 rule in real estate. 10% of the agents doing 90% of the business. I think this is going to play a big part in that. I really do. Just because some agents just aren't going to be found in searches. They're just not going to show up the way they need to. And so, people that are staying on top of this kind of stuff, staying up with the game, you're going to set yourself apart from every other agent in your market. More and more and more that is happening. That divide, I think. Would you guys agree with that? I think that is there. So anyway, cool. Well, I got to run. Guys, thank you so much. Fernando, I'll see you in 20 minutes. at our meeting. So look forward to that. Guys, have a great day. This recording will be up probably tomorrow, Andy, sometime?
I don't know. We'll see.
Thursday?
I mean, I got vacation coming up too, so don't be telling everybody it's going to be in a day or two.
No.
It
All
might
right.
be a week, but it'll be there.
It'll be good. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you. Thank you.
Oh, 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 hey. Out here on the grind, chasing dreams in the sun. From the Gulf to the hills, yeah, we're